In this video, we're going to create a matrix visualization in Power BI Desktop using some data that we've already imported in. It's worth watching the entire Power BI series that I've created from the start so that you know what data set we're working, where to get it from, so you can check that out in the description below for more details. So previously we've imported data into Power BI Desktop using this Get Data functionality, and we've gone through the process of creating a table, so you kind of start to get used to the way visualizations work in Power BI Desktop. This time we're going to use a matrix, and a matrix is similar to pivot table, and it's just a little bit more to it than a table has to offer. So we'll have a look at that now. So I'm going to start by clicking on the matrix visualization over here. So it just obviously comes up as blank initially, and then I'm going to bring gender into my rows here, and so this is the difference. The rows and columns are now available, so which they weren't in a table, and I now want to count by my ID, which it's automatically doing. I'm going to again go into my formatting and just make things a bit bigger so it's a little easier to see. So I'm going to change it to 14. And we'll go to our values as well, and change that to 14. And then I've also got formatting around my row headers, which are here, and change that to 14 as well. Okay, so that's great. That's kind of giving me what I had in the table anyway. But if I go back to the fields section in the visualization, I also got this space to add in columns. So I'm going to bring in the birth month here. In fact, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to switch this around because there's obviously a lot more there for the birth month, so it probably makes more sense to put that into the rows. Now what you can see here is when I've put it into the rows, I've got gender and birth month, and you can't actually see that in the matrix initially. And what it's doing is it's allowing you to summarise at gender, and then the next level down is our birth month. So I might want to go down to the next level, and then you can see the birth month. Now I'll go into drill downs and all that kind of functionality in another video, but just be aware that this is a little different to the way Excel would work. So for the time being, I'm going to move gender into my columns, and now I can see, I'll just make this a little bigger, now I can see the birth month, which is here, and the male and female split in each one. So this is one thing that we can do with matrix. What you'll notice is that the order of the birth month isn't really exactly what I would want it to be in. So this is really then about transforming the data and setting it out and doing some background work to make sure this sorts. So again, a topic for another video. If you'd like to know a bit more about that, let me know in the comments below. So that is again how easy it is to create a matrix table, and if you want to keep up to date with more of the rest of this series on Power BI, click on subscribe and the bell icon for more notifications.